In a survey we did of local businesses, we quizzed them about low and no budget marketing strategies. Now, while there's not one solution that fits everybody, what we did discover from this survey could point towards areas of opportunity. I'll show you in this minute.
Welcome to Corey's Local Marketing Minute, a quick dive into practical insights to help your marketing work harder for your business. Today's episode is brought to you by Local Scope.
Hello, welcome back, my friends. Today we're going to look at some findings from a survey we did about low and no cost marketing strategies. Now, you can imagine, as I said in the intro, there wasn't one strategy that fit everybody. A dry cleaner is going to be different than a restaurant. It's going to be different than a roofing company. But if you looked at a couple of the questions and kind of stood back, there are some things you should be aware of that can help you with your marketing strategy in the future, whatever the budget is. Before we begin, as they always do on these things, make sure you like and subscribe and comment and engage, all that good stuff. At the end of this, I'll tell you how to drop us a line if you want to be part of these surveys. I like how this title makes it sound like the survey itself was low budget. And it is, there's no cost. But anyway, I want to go over 3 questions we posed. More specifically, some of the top answers from those 3 questions, as I said, kind of point to areas of opportunity to improve your marketing. Let me show you what I mean. Let's go to page 4. Okay, I want to go over something we found really interesting when we asked, which of the following low budget marketing strategies has your company ever used, right? So local businesses checked things off. Then we said, how effective do you think that was in achieving your company's goals? So it's all up to them. They used it. Did they think it was effective? There are 2 in particular I want to point out: social media marketing, organic posts, and SEO. First, let's talk about what percentage of local businesses have used these things. We'll start with SEO. 49% of local businesses said, yeah, I've used SEO. Okay, well, what about social media? 79%, significantly higher. Half, over 3/4. Now, check this out. What percentage said that was effective? 35% for social media, 50% for SEO. You all realize that that is of that. In other words, 50% of that 49%, 35% of that 79%. Hold on a second. All right, so for you math nerds out there, what this is saying is 35% of 79% is 28%, and 50% of 49 is 25%, roughly. So another way to say this is 28% of local businesses used social media and found it effective. 25% of local businesses used SEO and found it effective. Now, while that's bigger than that, that's the significant number, because a larger percentage of the local businesses who used the thing found it effective. So basically, if you're sweating social media and you're not doing much with SEO, might want to take a look at that. Here's another one. If I were to ask you, when marketing on a small budget, which of these considerations would you say are the most important? There was one consideration that dominated them all. There's a big long list, but one was by far number 1. See if it's here. In fact, we'll have fun with this. Okay, I put up the top 3 answers on the board, but only one of them came out way ahead. So again, when marketing on a small budget, which of these considerations would you say are the most important? Is it having a strong value proposition, focusing on customer retention, or is it clearly IDing a customer or target audience? Lock your answers in now. I'll give you a clue. It wasn't having a strong value prop. Which one of these 2? Both customer focused. Focusing on customer retention. Again, we asked, if you're on a small budget, what do you focus on? 58% of local businesses said, I focus on customer retention. So if you think about the wisdom of the masses, and you're not focusing on customer retention when it comes to low or no budget marketing, over half of local businesses are. Okay, so think about SEO, think about customer retention. Let's get to the third thing. Let's do the same thing with this. I'll put the top 3 results on the board. This is challenges faced when implementing low budget marketing strategies. These are the top 3. Which do you think came in third? Lack of time, difficult to measure ROI, or low engagement? It was low engagement. 49% said that's a challenge. So what came in second? Trick question. These 2 tied. 53% said lack of time, 53% said difficult to measure ROI. Now, here's what I take away from this. We see those 3 words a lot. So I'm not surprised. It always comes up as number 1. So I'm not saying discount it. It's very, very important. Whoever can figure out attribution and ROI is going to win the game. But because it's so ubiquitous and it's always there, it's interesting to see what comes up right behind it. And the mere fact that lack of time tied for what we know is one of the biggest biggest problems with local marketing. That's why you have so many local marketers turning to things like AI to try and get back some of this precious commodity. But as our local businesses have told us in the past, you still got to commit time to learning how to do all of that. So are there other ways to get this time back? Can other folks help you? Did you know 42% of content creation by local businesses is done in-house? Is that the most effective way? I don't know. But I want to share these 3 things with you to show you you're not alone if you're having these thoughts as well. You don't have enough time. If you're not focusing on existing customers with your low or no budget marketing, you might want to think about it. And if you aren't looking to improve your SEO, you might want to think about that too. These are some of the highlights from our low budget survey. Speaking of which, if you think you might want to be part of these surveys, drop us a line. We'll hook you up. It's absolutely no cost to you, and you could win a fabulous $50 prize. Thanks, I'll see you next time.